And now it begins. So I'm out here, and I'm really just kind of getting started on this whole journey of being able to not be fat, and hopefully that'll be a good time. I think I'm just gonna start by doing like elliptical and treadmill stuff, just kind of build up stamina so I could do a little more. I don't really know how hard I'm gonna push it. I think I might. I haven't done much research, so I don't know what exactly I'm going to be doing. I might just kind of walk and then do a full sprint and then walk, but I really don't know how fitness exactly works, like in the form that I kind of need it to. I think that's what I'm going to do for now. And we'll kind of see what goes on from there. I haven't sprinted in a hot minute, so we'll kind of see where that goes. But I'm just going to get it kind of started. I got my headphones. I'm going to take off my sweater, though, because that's a little too much. I was going to put on shorts, but I'm at work, so I probably shouldn't do that. So I actually have like this fitness test option, and I think it's kind of funny because fitness test 5 minutes, and then Army, Navy, Marine, Air Force. I actually don't know what that is. And then the PEB test. That's just weird. My dad always said I should go join the Air Force, so let's do that. Oh man. Oh no. Ah. Select gender. Ooh. Use arrow keys. Enter speed. All right. So I'm actually heading out of work, and this is going to be kind of a long walk, but I actually have a little passion project I want to get started on, and there's actually stuff going on just right down this street, and it kind of shows exactly what is becoming of Colorado, Denver specifically, which is unfortunate, but I want to be able to grab this before they get moved on. So a lot of the time there has been this whole big debacle of homeless in Denver. Obviously there's homeless people pretty much everywhere. However, in Denver, they've been letting them kind of run the whole city, and it's been very unfortunate. They have camp towns, like literal camps of homeless people everywhere, and it's not just like random places. Hold on. Oh, hey, I'm zoomed in. So that partially proves part of my point, is that the problem that Denver is facing is the homeless people are running things, and the drugs are running rampant. And it's not just any drug right now, it's fentanyl specifically. And as you can tell, it fucks you up, like really, really bad. And because of all of that, And because of how cheap it is to produce all this other stuff, it's just, that's all everyone does. That's all the homeless people do. And by enforcing the ability for them to camp pretty much wherever they want for however long they want, and the tent cities are massive. It's not just like one tent, two tent, something like that. It's like a whole town. It would be considered a whole town. And it just kind of, it enforces that kind of behavior, unfortunately. And they're trying to do things to be like, they're trying to gentrify the Colorado area. And by doing that, it's pushing people out of their homes because the rent becomes too high. And because the rent's so high, people keep moving here because of it. They hear that Colorado is such a great place. Colorado weed is legal. Kratom's kind of legal, I think. And I think I read somewhere that they were gonna make shrooms and acid kind of stuff legal. And because of that, it's moving people away from where they're at into Colorado, just because they hear like drugs that are legal and I think it's a good time. And unfortunately, because of that, they're gonna waste all their money. Hold on, got another homeless person. So as you saw behind me over here, it goes down an entire block and a half, like it wraps around. And that's only one of the potential many that there are. Even on our bike trails, fortunately that's not a safe place anymore because they have homeless camps all the way down there. And because of that, it's not safe to even do something as simple as riding your bike down a nature trail. And I find that absolutely kind of ridiculous. And unfortunately, there's not much anyone's doing about it because for some reason, politic-wise, it's acceptable. Like, I had contact with a couple of PDs just because of where I worked, Motel 6. And over here even, and I've talked to the police, they want something to be done about it. They want the ability to do something about it. However, the issue is being progressively pushed because there are so many people who are ignorant to the fact that unfortunately the homeless people that want to get out of the streets and stop doing drugs are the ones that are utilizing the resources that Colorado has. And again, working at Motel 6, I saw both ends of the spectrum. People who wanted to get out of the streets and people who just didn't want to because they care for the drugs. They like the culture. They don't mind being a hindrance on anyone and everyone. And that's just kind of like the sad truth of it. And there's not much. Like, people just don't understand that. And if you say anything bad about it, people get pissed. They're like, no, they're just unfortunate people. No, they are people who don't want to try to help themselves. And now something that was once a promising city to move to live in, something fairly peaceful that I've grown up in for 25 years, has become nothing but a mess. A total mess of mishmashed ideology that has forced just normal people out. And it's like the normal working class people, which you don't even have to be working, which is fine. Like, if you lost your job and it's hard to make ends meet, that's totally fine. I understand. But the people that are hungry to live a normal life find a way to do so. I was homeless, and I found a way to do so, and I didn't have any help. So it's not like it's impossible. It's just what is easier. And I think that's what people just don't understand. But that was my mini tour of one of the camp towns. I'm gonna keep an eye out for more of them. I am gonna walk kind of close and film them. However, even being on a street, there was a moment where people were actually threatening to stab me and Kalisa for walking on a street next to their camp. And it's a total public sidewalk. It's not like we were invading on their territory or whatever. It was just us normally walking. So it's just dangerous. It's unfortunate. It's dangerous. And even the secured hotel that I work at now, we've had our doors ripped open and people try and come in. And I'm not just talking about like the front slide doors. I'm talking about like the back doors that are locked behind a key, that are metal doors. And it's just ridiculous. And it's unfortunate, because this used to be my home, and now it's filth, and it makes me sad. But that was my little walk.